What up, my fellow art boos?
You.
Yay!
What's going on, guys? So it's still Halloween. No, I'm sorry, it's still October. Halloween's coming up, and we are going with our scary tradition. It's a tradition now.
Over once before, so really 1 year old.
Yes. And we're gonna keep going with our creepy artwork. And Patrick brought this one up to our attention, and it might be the creepiest I've seen yet. And it's the first piece of performance art that we've done here on Art Bros. So, Patrick.
Bring the game, dude.
Yeah.
Just like bring a strong game. Yeah. So shall I say why I wanted to do this one?
Well, let me introduce it first.
You go right ahead.
This is Olivier de Sagazan. I hope I'm saying that right in French. And it's La Demeure du Chaos, which translated is The Residence of Chaos. And what you're seeing before you are just a couple of screenshots of this performance. Definitely check out the video itself. We'll have a link for it, right, Dave?
Yep.
We'll have a link for it. Check it out. You can also check it out and put it on mute while we're talking about it, because that's how we're watching it. So it's pretty creepy. It's pretty disturbing.
Yep.
Spooky. It's a little bit spooky.
It's a little bit spooky.
Just a tiny bit.
Yeah. A little background on this guy. This performance is from 2008, and it's creepy.
It's pretty creepy.
That's pretty much all I really know about this man.
You got the goosey bumps?
I got the goosey bumps.
It's a little bit sexy.
Yeah.
A little bit,
Patrick, tell us why you wanted us to do this episode.
Well, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of performance art, to be honest, but I stumbled upon this guy on like the internet a while ago, and his stuff just like stands out big time, especially if you're a Silent Hill fan. Like, I like Silent Hill is one of my favorite games, and like the things that this stuff does, like this guy does with clay, with like different like weaves of hair, it's like something from a nightmare.
Really?
And in like pretty much all of his videos, it usually starts out with some just regular dude, and then as like the more the video goes on, like the more harsh the transformation we're seeing. But the fact that like the color of the clay, the selective color of certain things he does, like I know he uses black and red a lot, and the clay is just like a brown color, but the way he uses it, it's in such like a violent. It's like a violent motive behind it. Like, it's just like, and there are certain moments where he looks like he's almost enjoying it.
Definitely.
Like
there's he's enjoying that.
Like there's some type of like anxious beast that's being expressed through like all these different actions he's doing. But it's really cool because he does so much different stuff with this. Is the more he transforms, the more characters come out of him. And it's just wild. You kind of feel like you're looking at a like serial killer, schizophrenic psychopath. Like the longer it goes on, and it's not only him that transforms, but it's just like the wall behind him. There's usually like just a flat surface behind him, but he just like throws all the materials onto there, and it's just really intense. It's like really intense. Yeah. So that's like why I wanted to talk about this dude. Yeah.
And I agree with you. There's like this primal thing. That's why I look at this. I think primal. I think this guy is tapping into some sort of instincts that he has, and in turn, he could be commenting on like, this is what's in the dark recesses of our mind. Like, this
back
is what's
corner.
In there. Yeah, in the back corner of
and
the party.
little dresser.
Yeah, the
little shelf that's kind of busted.
I was gonna say the back corner of the party, just like sipping his water. Like not really enjoying himself. But then he gets a chance like this to come out. And what I'm noticing watching this is he's putting on layers and layers of clay, and he's disregarding breathing.
Yeah, I think he might asphyxiate at some point.
Yeah, maybe. But like you can tell when the video starts cutting into different scenes, well, quote unquote scenes, he's made breathing holes for himself. And like right now, I'm looking at him, he's made a breathing hole for himself. But there are points where like this guy is so into his performance that he just forgets about breathing.
Yeah.
And he's sacrificing, and he's putting, well, quote unquote, he's putting his life in danger for this performance. And you could also kind of interpret it as whatever's coming out of him, this creature, this character that's coming out of him. Maybe some of them need to breathe, maybe some of them don't need to breathe. You know, it's definitely, he's trying to go for this whole inhuman thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like it. Dave, what do you got to say about this?
Yeah, I mean, it's something also with metamorphosis, you know, like it's not even really stripping away because you're just adding layers, and I guess maybe that's what causes some schizophrenia within our society today.
Yeah. Yeah, and the metamorphosis actually is a perfect word for it, because stripping away is not the word. He's not stripping away. The only thing he stripped away is his clothes, but in doing that, he kind of added himself too.
Yeah.
He's adding more and more, kind of like in the metamorphosis of a caterpillar into a butterfly. You know,
a very sexy, disgusting butterfly.
Yeah. And like I said, primal, primitive. This guy is obviously trying to tell us that even with the name of this piece, the residents of chaos, could he be talking about like we are in our heads is the residents of chaos and we're just suppressing it? You know, could we just be suppressing this chaos that's inside of us, and he's giving it a chance to come out and express itself? Because the more this video goes on, the crazier he gets. It's like the more he lets the chaos out.
Yeah.
And it keeps transforming.
Yeah, it keeps transforming.
It's just, I've got to throw in the note how he'll often start out in just like a casual business suit in the beginning, and I kind of feel like just the business suit is a good way to almost like summarize a large audience, like the common day man. So it's just like, I don't know. It just,
well, you know what? According to Kafka, Franz Kafka, the business suit, and he could be, you know, talking about metamorphosis and whatnot. Franz Kafka wrote the Metamorphosis. He saw the business suit as the kind of uniform of society. This is what you have to wear to be considered normal sort of thing. And this guy is wearing a business suit, and he strips it away, kind of being like, you know, are we actually human when we wear these business suits? Like, what, you know, are we being ourselves? Maybe this guy is being himself, you know, tearing it off. Like, he's literally tearing it off. It's great. Yeah, so guys,
literally transforming into what he probably is.
Yeah, or giving him a chance. Yeah, giving whatever's inside his brain a chance to come out. Yeah. So final thoughts, guys. Patrick, what are your final thoughts on this?
Well, final thoughts, just like I said before, I'm not too much into performance art, but when you experience, I shouldn't say, when you see something like this, it's so hard for it not to grab your attention, because there's so much movement and there's so much, I don't know, it's scary in a sense. It's almost like a car crash.
Yeah,
you just want to keep looking.
You know?
It feels what?
It feels like it's a complete thing, like it's already all set and done in a weird way.
Yeah, true that. I like your point, Patrick. It's like a car crash. You can't stop looking. You just want to see if it's going to get any worse.
Yeah.
Fancy, what's your final thoughts on this?
Final thoughts? Like Patrick said, I just enjoyed the energy this guy puts into it. Like, passionate. Yeah. Like, not even to him or even his background even.
I love how he engages the background. Like, the background is on this flimsy thing. What you're seeing back there in our screenshot is not solid. It's flimsy. So when he hits it with stuff, it moves around too. So again, adding to this source of like unreal, warped sort of feeling. Yeah. So anyways, check out this video in the link, and he's got other videos similar to this, and he seems like a really cool artist that is trying to. He's really like, what am I saying? He's really dedicated to his work. All right, guys, if you haven't liked us on Facebook, like us on Facebook. We would love that. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
You better.
Yes. Yeah. Or the art boos are gonna come after you. Boo. Yeah. Oh. We'll see you next time from Mike, Patrick, and Fancy Dave.
Goodbye.
Boo.
Oh, I mean, ooh.